Welcome to Catch 22 the podcast. I'm your host, Lamar Glass. I got my brother back with me, LaMarcus Reed, and this is episode 5.
I lived here. I see what's going on. Like, you're not afraid to be in that area. And I think sometimes, like, a lot of the problems we have is because people be afraid to be, they police areas that they have no idea about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They go into areas and try to police areas that don't have nothing to do with it. And sometimes they're scared.
And I didn't want to go on this rant, right? But can I go on a rant real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, this is my problem, right? This is my problem with police, and this is my problem with community, right? Like, we complain about community, we complain about police. Police complain about community, right? What if the community knew how to police itself? In the sense of not in the sense where we self-govern ourselves, because that's weird, right? I don't care what nobody say, oh, we're self-govern. No, because you don't understand the realness that come behind self-governing yourself, because you're going to have to self-govern yourself.
Yeah.
Right? People understand that. They don't want to look in that mirror. My thing is, like, if we taught our kids that, yes, because most of our community, I'm just going to say it, the black and brown community, we're going to do baseball, football, basketball, right? Or you're the weirdo. Right. There's no in between. Right. You're baseball, football, basketball, weirdo. Right? You're just the person that made it. Yeah. Because if you are the weirdo, you become the politician, you start to look down on your community.
Because of the way they treated you. Coming up.
And that's why you're the weirdo. Yep. So you don't understand. So, but if you become the athlete, people will praise you in that sense, right? So my whole point of that is that what if we taught our kids, we grew our kids to be the police. Right. We grew our kids to be the firemen, the EMT. We grew our kids to be, we taught our kids, what if a Lamar Glass, we had the whole Pleasant Grove, right? Of, I'm not boosting myself, of Lamar Glass that cared about the community as much as I did. Right. But we would rather hire, or we would rather complain about a person that came from North Dakota, right? Because you didn't taught your child how to hate the police and do all this other weird stuff. Like, we get police brutality and that stuff exists, but we have got to a point where we like, F the police, instead of saying, let's take over our communities, let's do X, Y, and Z, we rather complain other than change the game. Because there ain't nothing but a game, right? And grab those kids and say, listen, you have the ability to control your community. Right. Like, you literally have the ability to control your community. Right. Put them in a place where they're the police, the EMT, the councilman, the mayor, and all this other stuff.
Business owners in the area, the small businesses.
That's with council and the mayor stuff. All of that, you didn't change the game. Yeah. Like, I see so much, but I can't keep stressing myself about who I want to be and how I want to be. Right. Because it's taking a toll on my family. Right. Because there's just so much going on. Right. And what if we get that? Like, what if that was the message? Like, you know what? No, F that. We're not going to be this. You're going to, you might be good at, you're not good at basketball. Go be the police.
Well, we just praise the wrong thing. I think
so we got to start complaining about it.
We got to start complaining. I agree with you. I think sometimes, but it's hard, man, because it's like, those generational curses are hard to break, bro. But all it takes is one person. All it takes is one person. And then, you don't think so?
No. So we have Martin Luther King.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about Martin Luther King. He changed the game on a grand scale. I'm talking about, like, in your family.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Your family and your community. All it takes, not even in the community, just in your family. Like, start with where you are first. Like, change, like you said, control what you can control, change what you can change. I know I have the most influence on the people that are closest to me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I can just change my nephew, my youngest brother, I can change, if they're going this direction, if I can, hey, look, go this way. If I can just help them turn different. Like, for instance, I was the first person in my family to go to college. My cousin Mike went to Texas. My other little cousin Naya, she went to Texas State. She's trying to become a lawyer.
That's right.
Change the game. My other little cousin,
that's crazy.
In college.
That's crazy. I know she's just
not just in college. She's about to graduate college, bruh. turned 21 last year.
Oh,
Crazy. Yeah, bro. Like life moving.
No,
Come
really.
rather fast.
But I ain't mean to go on my rant, but I want to just because I just want people to understand the issues that I have and the reason why I don't support certain stuff.
But you know, go ahead. When we talk about these things, though, like we have to be objective. Like we can't just see what we see, and you gotta take the emotion out. If you want anything to be solved or a problem to be solved, take the emotion. Because I might be mad at you about certain thing, but what you're saying might make sense. And if I'm so blinded by my emotion, I'm not gonna get the point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta take the emotion out. And
it be so many people call me or inbox me and be so mad about a certain situation, and then when I break it down to them, they be like, "Oh, I ain't never thought about it like that."
Exactly.
And I'm like,
that's the problem. You never
like you never because we'll jump off the bridge with no parachute and expect for somebody to be down there with a big ass net, and it's never there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my bad. So with all these rappers and stuff like that,
I know what my fault. I was gonna say about the Fortnite.
Okay.
How they switched. Travis Scott had a live concert on Fortnite. I watched it. I happened to be playing the game.
Crazy.
Bro, I was mesmerized.
That's a different way of marketing too.
Bro, it's
a whole different way of marketing.
I don't know if you know how Battle Royale works, but like it's 100 people going to match.
I'm not a gamer, not even close to it. I haven't picked up a controller
I'm explaining to you. So listen,
10 years.
It's 100 people in the match, and we all trying to kill each other to be the top dog.
Oh, for real?
100 people stop trying to kill each other to watch this concert and be a part of that.
Oh, so he's that real. I know that he did the thing in Houston because he's from Houston. Yeah. He did the Astro World.
Astro World, and he that's what he performed in.
Shout out to you for real, Travis. Like I'm not into like the music part, but I'm into big and community stuff, dog. And what you did for Astro World was dope. Yeah. Like I mess with that heavy. I actually watched I don't know if it was on Netflix or not. The Travis Scott, something like that. But I watched it, and me and the wife watched it. And it was actually really dope.
I ain't watched it, and I ain't watched that Beyonce Homecoming.
It was dope. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm a fan of success, bro.
I'm a Beyonce fan though, but I just didn't watch that.
Have you been to that concert?
I have not been to a concert.
Oh.
I miss all the concerts, bro.
That is true. You are international, baby.
International, pretty much. I went to a Chris Brown concert, and that one was fire.
It was?
What? He's a performer.
Give me one Chris Brown move right now.
Yo, baby, so good.
I know. I thought you was gonna do it.
I thought about it, bro.
I thought you was gonna do it. I thought about it.
I know exactly what it was. An Instagram video. You started crumping.
Yeah.
Wall to wall.
I swear. I thought you was gonna kick this stool back. I thought you was going right into this Catch-22 side.
I thought about it, bro. That's funny as hell. You almost got it. That's funny. You almost got it.
No, that Beyonce concert I learned about what media and production can do to your mind. Mm-hmm. Like me being there, I was stuck like this because her production, like the quality of what they were saying was kind of off, but her production, the way they brought you into a situation was like, oh, I like this.
Right.
Like that hour and 2 hours went by like that. Cause I'm like,
listen, that hour and 2 hours, she probably put in 200.
That's what I'm saying.
But you got to think, like, they're the best for a reason. Like the same reason, the same amount of time like Jordan or LeBron put in to their craft to be as great as they are.
Yeah.
These artists are doing the same.
No, they are. They are
doing the same. Drake, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Beyonce, I love Beyonce, bro. I don't care what y'all say. Hey, judge me. I'm part of the Beehive.
Okay, hold on. I was with you here, and then you took it here. Like it was here.
I ain't part of the Beehive, bro. I'll attack everybody on social media because they don't agree with what I agree with.
That's why you know what? That's gonna be the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Stop playing, That's gonna be the title.
Don't do me like that, bro. Don't do me like that, bro.
That's so funny.
That is funny, bro.
But I respect her, bro. Like in the sense of like, damn, like you doing your thing, like that right there. And me and Tori had a long. We was in Houston when we saw her.
I gotta go to concert.
That mother was, bro.
I want to go to Coachella.
I don't know about Coachella.
Why?
This is too many people.
I just want to do something.
On a consistent basis. I don't got time for
It's
this.
just suicide.
Stop. Stop. Oh man.
Alright, what
So-
yeah, come
so-
on, man. I be derailing you. I'm
You
not
do,
even sure.
bro.
I'm not
Okay.
even sure if you even
I
know
want to
what
go.
say.
I want to make this as quick as possible.
All right,
I kind of
cool.
want you to do. I did my round. Want you to do your round. I want to kind of go into parenthood.
Man.
I want you to do your thing on the parenthood because you're a new father,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you understand the value of what your child is like. Do you imagine, like, even a little bit of telling your daughter, or if you plan on having any more, your daughter, your son, to leave the house at a certain age?
Hey, listen. African American, my people, we gotta stop putting our kids out at 18.
Man.
Like thinking that they're ready for life at the age of 18. That is a false illusion that we have. Like, if you feel that way, you're delusional. Your children hey, I'm 31, I still hadn't figured it out. And for you to expect for your 18-year-old kid who's never paid a bill, never had their own place, never had a real job, a career job, never had any kind of hardships in life, really, you know what I'm saying? As far as like that they have to take care of themselves. Like, to tell your kids at 18 to get out is, don't do that, man. Like,
You set them up for failure.
set them up for failure, bro. Like, you're expecting them to go just figure it out. That's your job as a parent. Like, you have to live life and teach your kids so they don't make the same mistakes that you made. And like, I would never put my kid out. My kid can stay with me till they're 30 as long as they're working towards a goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they have something that they're working towards. Now, I don't support laziness.
Yes.
I don't support
Make
that.
that
Like,
clear.
but if you're working for something, like, and if you have a dream, and because the biggest hindrance to a dream is debt or bad credit. Like, how you gonna start a business with bad credit? You know, how you gonna, or if you do start a business, you start a business
Talk your shit,
with
bro.
debt. Now you're going into the unknown,
Yeah.
and the only thing that is for sure is that debt that you just acquired. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we can't do our kids like that, man. Let your kids build something. If they need to stay with you, you know, let them
But
stay.
you've been across the world, right?
I've been across the world.
Okay, so have you ever had a conversation with people, just say Europeans, and
They don't do it, bro.
they don't do that?
They don't do it.
Because I had a teammate which I call Jay. He's one of my guys. Like, he taught me so much in New York, bro, that it was crazy. And I was like, bro, me and him had a conversation. I was like, bro, like, I'm 18. Well, I was 19 at the time. I'm like, bro, I gotta make this work. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing as a father. I can't just go back home. Like, my mom gonna be like, even though my mom's the most loving person in the world,
Yeah.
but you gotta figure out what you gonna do.
Right.
Like, bro, like, you just can't be sitting up here laid up. So he was like, what? Bro, you know he stayed with his folks until he was 32 years old. Now he got a career. Like, his parents didn't, like, them. I talked to his dad. His dad was like, me putting my son out at 26, he don't know shit about the
Man,
world.
listen, them Europeans will get their kid. They'll have a flat. That's what they call it, flat.
Mhm.
And the bottom part of the flat will be their kid's house, or the
No,
top part. Like,
exactly.
man,
Jay stayed at the bottom.
Yeah.
He stayed at the bottom, and it was his own little spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing was, they didn't have the notion to kick their child out. I know our parents
Yeah.
would have never kicked us out.
Right.
But we know that in society where we built up, when you turn 18, you grown.
Right.
You real grown.
You make your 18-year-old get a job and then help you with the bills.
Boom.
It's not their responsibility, man.
I mean,
Ain't no bill in that house in their name, and if it is, it shouldn't be.
it
You know,
is.
like, for sure. It's a go. You know how it goes. But yeah, man, like, you make your 18-year-old kid get a job and pay
Yeah.
bills. Like, it's not their responsibility.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we have to stop doing that as a people, as a society. Let our kids follow their dreams, man. Their dreams may be different than, you know, what ours is, and it might take them longer to get to where they are. But the feeling that you'll get as a parent when you see your child fulfill their dream and they're happy,
But
you can't measure it.
I had a coworker. We made fun, like, he was like, bro, like, I still stay with my parents, right?
Mhm.
I was like, bro, you still stay with your parents? And he was like, bro, you crazy. Like, when I tell you, he said, this is the reason why I stayed with my parents. He showed me his bank account, $120,000 in his savings. He been working on the police department for 6 years. His parents told him, what you make from your extra job is what we want you to pay for, like, but all your checks are going straight to the bank.
Right.
6 years. I mean, he dipping and dabbing a little bit. He was like 6 years.
Man,
now he just paid cash for a brand new house. He bought the land and he bought the house. Cash.
And he's set.
And he's set.
And if he's a smart businessman, he rent this property out and pay for another property that he actually lives in.
Of course.
So,
but that house now is currently getting built,
yeah,
and it's probably 2,900 square feet.
it's crazy.
That he
That's
done
what I'm
paid
saying,
cash
though.
for.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's
that's his, bro. For
That's
the rest of
his.
his life, for his kids' life. That's generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he don't have to worry about nothing.
but
He was like,
not only him though, his kids.
Yeah.
When he passes, or hey son, hey daughter, I left you this land. It currently rents for this, so you'll have this amount of money coming in, unless you want to live in it.
Yeah.
And now whatever paycheck, like his parents did, and whatever paycheck you make, you can put towards whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah.
And I think that there is
No, that's
Taylor Torrance told me one day, man, we were
Uh-huh.
talking, and I was busting this behind the ping pong. He got a ping pong table. He challenged me. I ain't good at ping pong, but I'm a competitor, and I just have to get the best out of that.
Stop playing.
I ain't gonna act like I'm nice, but that day I was nice. But he said, like, man, God ain't making no more land, bro. So right now, like, land is probably the most valuable thing. Land and knowledge is probably the most valuable thing on this.
Kanye. That's why he became big.
Like, can't be.
No. Okay, so I feel like we've been deeper than deep, and this is my weird transition mode.
Okay.
I want to get into your top 5 rappers right now.
That's
Go
hard,
ahead,
bro.
No, right now. Go ahead. Go.
So Kanye.
Top 5.
Kanye. Jay-Z. Right now?
Right now.
Or like
Forever. Your top 5.
my top 5.
Your top 5. Go.
Jay-Z.
But you can't be endorsing people, bro. They ain't
Hey, look,
bro.
look, Body Armor, send us some water, man. I paid $2 for $4 for this. I'm trying to get it for free.
Yeah.
Alright.
And if they don't, we blurring this out.
Yeah, man. We need that plug, man. Alkaline water.
Real talk.
+9 pH.
No, real
pH level +9. We
What
need
else?
that.
What else they got in
What
here?
they got in there?
Total fat.
0, huh?
Total carbs.
0.
Protein.
Should I say it in Spanish?
Say.
0. Like,
So Body Armor.
Hey,
So we
come
about
on,
to
man.
go. Catch 22 is about to go. So we listen. If you don't get on this train now, that's on you.
It's on you.
Don't holler at us when Vitamin Award and all these other plugs start contact us. Okay, my bad. I didn't do that.
nah, top
No,
5. Man, say what you want about Kanye. Kanye top 5.
Kanye.
He top 5.
Okay, is
Jay-Z.
this any order or is this number one?
Okay, number 1 is Jay-Z.
Oh, thank you.
Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, any order, bro. Cause I ain't got time to be trying
No, I need just
to top
okay.
again, top 5.
Alright, just any order. Any order. I just
I
need
don't
5.
really listen. Like, I ain't really got a lot of. I mean, I ain't really listen to a lot of pop. Like, I listen to Pac, but I ain't just like no Pac
Pop
fanatic.
fan. Okay, but you a millennial.
But I
You're
mean,
kind of millennial, but
Yeah.
not really.
I mean, top 5. Lil
Top
Wayne.
5.
Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Lil Wayne. I'm tripping.
He definitely
Lil
influenced the
Wayne.
culture.
Lil Wayne. Let's see. Top 5.
Lil Boosie badass, baby. You have a Boosie? Bro, you got Listen, I'm just a Boosie on his Instagram stuff.
Hey,
Rap
listen.
wise, I don't know, bro.
Lil Boosie badass. Top 5 rapper.
Alright, go ahead.
Damn. Who number 5? Dylan.
Dylan.
All right, number 5. Let's see. Man, I gotta go with Biggie, bro.
How? Name me a Biggie song.
Juice.
Go. And what else?
I don't know the name, but he got some hits, bro. I listened to it. Alright, I can't do that.
Okay then. My
But I listened to the album, bro.
People do Boost. I mean, people do Biggie and Pac because, like, that's the thing to do. Like they like.
That is the thing to do. My fault. Don't do like that on camera, bro.
Go ahead.
Like, I really thought.
We are, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah, alright, number 5. Let's see.
Okay.
Let me think about it.
You gotta go. You got Cole. You got
Is
Kendrick.
it gonna be cold? I was gonna say cold, Kendrick. But I was just trying to think. Who? I'm gonna go with J. Cole.
Yeah, I got Cole.
I'm gonna go with J. Cole. Like, and it's crazy because I didn't even used to listen to J. Cole. I had a teammate in college, Kevin Butler. He used to always play J. Cole, and then one day he played me a mixtape.
Friday Night Lights. Ooh, that is the best.
Hey, listen, that Erykah Badu, Too Deep for the intro. Partially
If it's too
functional. Hey, listen.
If it's too deep for the intro, I'll find another excuse.
Hey.
Just in case it's perfect, let me introduce.
Yeah,
Let's go. Shout out to
Yeah.
J. Cole. So this is
So J. Cole for sure.
this is my top 5. I got Jay.
That's Jay.
I think, and I'm gonna say Jason. I'm gonna put a J with a what's the thing called asterisk mark on it because I'm biased because what he do outside of him being great.
But his work.
His work is dope, and I've been listening to him for forever. So I'm gonna go with Jay, Kanye, J. Cole, Kendrick, and this is my millennial.
Lil Boosie Badass.
Bro, you can't put Boosie in there. You can't. And I rock with Boosie. Lil Boosie, hey. I gotta go. But that Friday Night Lights for me with J. Cole, and I would put J. Cole first, is just because I know J. Cole is influenced by Jay and Kanye. So I got Jay, Kanye, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick can fire too, bro.
People gonna disagree with this. People gonna disagree with it.
Say it, man.
Bro, I'm trying to make the
I'm trying to see if I'm gonna disagree with you or not, bro.
Really forget his name.
Damn, that's crazy. That mean he wasn't. He
Yes,
ain't
he
top 5.
is.
If you forgot his name, he ain't top 5.
Yes, he is.
If you forgot his name, how can he be top 5?
He's top 5. Hold on.
You
Dang!
forgot his name.
I forgot his name. What is? I'm 31.
You acting like you're 62.
Dang, he's from the South.
Pimp C, Bun B.
No,
Not Paul Wall.
not Paul Wall.
Ludacris.
He's from like Alabama, Mississippi.
From the South.
Dang. Yeah.
He a Southern rapper?
He's a Southern rapper,
Oh,
bro.
2 Chainz.
Not. Hell no.
2 Chainz go hard though. Don't
No,
sleep.
He ain't my top 5 either.
Don't sleep.
He's
boy.
top 100, but he ain't top 5.
Don't sleep.
Dang.
Southern, like recent or older? Recent rapper or?
Like your phone, my phone died. Your phone, pull up 1999.
That's the name of the
That's
song?
the name of the song. But I love all his music.
Juicy J?
I can't believe I forgot his name. Oh, bro. 1999.
That's the name of the song.
Yeah.
Look, Juvenile?
No.
Bro, what you talking about, bro?
What is his name?
What he saying? You know the song?
Back that ass up like it's 1999. Not Juvenile, but he remixed it.
Tweaking.
I am tweaking. Dang.
It ain't Juvenile. Let's see.
We can edit this also. I just want to. Babe, what's that? 1999? Back at that?
Big Crit, 1990.
Big Crit.
This could go on.
Big Crit, number 5.
He ain't top 5.
Yes, he is.
Market.
Yo, it's your boy Lamar Glass, leader of the new school, my brother.
L.A. Reid.
Yo, shout out to Funny Face Studio for producing and directing and making it happen for this video, man. We appreciate you.